What's going on, guys? Lawson here. So today, traveling, doing a little bit of exploration with my dad, actually, who I don't know if he's ever really been in any videos, maybe some older ones, so that's kind of cool. But anyways, we are traveling to South Georgia, along, I guess, southeast Georgia, along the coast, and we're going to be fishing for the next, 2 or 3 days for redfish, trout, flounder, maybe even tarpon, black drum, who knows, but we're going to be doing fishing along the beach, and maybe some paddleboard fishing. It should be a good time. It'll be a new experience, definitely something different that I normally don't do. We're going to do some beach fishing videos, all that kind of good stuff. I'm very excited to get going, and what's really cool about where we're going too, around home where I fish, we have about 1.5 to a 2.5 foot tidal swing. It can vary, and that means, what the water level rises, if you guys aren't aware what that means. So where we're going, there's a 7-foot tidal swing. So one morning, in the morning you could be fishing a spot, and when you come back later, it's completely dry and gone. And so I think it's very cool. It should be a new thing to try and should be interesting. But I'm super excited. Going to bring all the cameras, the drone, all that good stuff. Right here, actually, got a new camera. I don't know if you can tell from filming, but maybe I can show you. It is a DJI Osmo Plus. Very cool camera, stabilized. You see how there's barely any shake when I'm moving around. I'm very excited to start filming with this, do a little more vlogging, that kind of stuff. It should be exciting. Also, we're going to pump things up a notch here on the channel, and I'm going to try to start filming a lot more. I know a lot of people say, they do daily videos and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to try to strive for 5 videos a week, and I'm going to be filming a lot more. And basically what I did before, I would release maybe 3 to 5 videos a week. It just depended on how good the fishing was, because if I didn't catch fish, or if I didn't catch a lot of fish or anything, or any fish, I didn't release the video. So I want things to be more realistic, and you guys know, as fishermen, you don't go out every single day and crush it. If that was the case, it would be amazing, but you just don't. So the summer, my life, I think, is going to be a little hectic because I'm going to be traveling a lot, fishing a lot more, and just doing a lot more cool stuff. So I want to start vlogging, filming, and I think it's going to be good for the channel, good for me, good for you guys, more videos, and that's not going to take away from any of the fishing, and I don't want you guys to think that, oh, I'm turning into a vlogging channel. We're just going to add that element into it, but it's still going to be all about fishing. That being said, we need to get moving, get going, get packing, get on the road. We have finally arrived after being in the car for about 5 hours, and it's a little overcast, a little rainy. So we are going to be right on the water, fishing around an inlet. We might paddleboard a little bit. It's a little overcast and windy right now, but I hope this week will be nice, and we're going to do some red fishing, trout. There's even tarpon up here during the summer. It should be an awesome time exploring new area. It's just a completely different body of water up here, so I'm super pumped. But we're going to get some lunch, unpack, and maybe get an afternoon session in of some fishing today. We gotta walk through the water.
This tide's gonna come all the way up to you see where that.
Alright, well, it only took us about 10 minutes to figure out the best place to cross that little tiny canal, but we are on the beach now. We're pretty much fishing in an inlet. So I'm throwing a big gulp shrimp on a red jig head. My dad is throwing a little DOA cow, something he can just swim along the bottom. We're looking for reds and trout. Mainly the deal here, as you can probably see, is a humongous storm right in front of us. But we're gonna see if we can maybe fish just even for 10-15 minutes before the storm hits us, and then we'll run back out, let it pass, and come back out and see if we can fish again. But we're just gonna bounce the bottom. All right, we'll make a move. Here is the game plan as of now. We fished on the beach for about 20 minutes, didn't get any bites, and the storm's rolling over, so we decided we were going to make a drive and try to find a bridge that we can get under, or just somewhere we can get on the side of the road and fish in a river area instead of along the beach, just to do something a little different while it's super stormy. And if it does start to really come down on us, we can just take shelter in the bridge, under the bridge. But I know things have been slow, but hopefully we can get on some fish tonight. Today was really just our traveling vlog and settling in and all that good stuff. And tomorrow's definitely going to be hitting the fishing really hard, but we're trying to see what we can make do tonight. We walking down through there, just walking on top of the little pier. Alright, we are finally on top of the bridge here, and I see probably the biggest sheep's head I've ever seen in my life swimming around those pilings down there. I know you probably can't see them. I mean, I gotta see if I have anything to throw at them. Luckily, we're the only people out here fishing right now, so I'm gonna leave my stuff there, and I might go try to see if I can catch a little fiddler crab, because we saw a ton of them. I mean, this sheep's head is a donkey-sized sheep's head. It would just be a ton of fun to catch. And this cardboard, there's a million of them. Oh God! Oh, a freaking lizard! All right, we're looking for the old fiddler crabby here. Also trying to make sure we don't get bit by a freaking snake down there. Dumpster diving for fiddler crabs. All right, there's one. Or at least I want to grab 2 or 3 before we walk down there. Alright, there's 2. Alright, we got 2 fiddler crabs here, chomping away on my finger. We're going to throw at this monster sheep's head with one of these bad boys. We are severely underprepared to use live bait. Well, really just unprepared in general. I forgot to bring extra leader, and also I didn't think we'd be using live bait, so I didn't have any circle hooks with me, so we're literally using a terrorized head, just a little 1/4 ounce jig head, sliding this crab on here. We're gonna hook them sideways like this, just through one side, kind of out the other, and we're gonna throw them at the sheep's head. I still see it finning. Well, good morning. So last night I flounder fished for about 45 minutes to an hour with a guy named Matthew, who I just happened to run into, and he said he's seen a few of my videos, but he's also one of the highest ranked high school bass fishermen in the nation for Georgia. So that was really cool to meet him, and he's a super cool guy, and we flounder fishing. Fished for about 45 minutes, and on our first cast he got thumped and had one on for about 10 seconds and it came off, and then silence for the rest of the night. But it is the morning. So we're going to throw around in a little inlet here and see if we can maybe catch a trout or a red flounder, that good stuff. I don't know, man, just trying to find what's working, find some spots. We're very limited to where we can fish because I don't have a boat with me, and so everything we're fishing is pretty much just beach access or road access. And sometimes that's not the greatest fishing, but that's what most of you guys probably do. And so we're seeing if we can make that work this morning here. Going to throw a fluke on a weighted jig head around and just bounce it around the bottom, and try to imitate a little mud minnow. They have a lot of those bad boys around here, and that's what a lot of these trout and redfish and flounder feed on, is just a little mud minnow. So that's what we're trying to imitate. But just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm excited to start fishing. Hopefully we can catch something, man. This has just been a vlog so far. We need to add some fish to it. I think I got a fish on. Alright, snagged something. Before I snagged a... Oh, nope, there's a little tiny sea trout. Alright, well there's that first fish of the trip finally, about an 8-inch sea trout, but that's pretty cool. Alright, first fish of the trip right there, there's a tiny sea trout. Not quite what I was hoping for, but it is a fish. Let's start us off with something here. Little guy. Maybe we can start catching some fish now. That is literally the first hit I've gotten since I've been here, so at least we know something will work. There's the fish. Another little troutski. There's a little better one here. Not really. Yeah, he's a little better. There we go. About a 14-inch trout right there. Alright, second fish of the trip right there. Just a little 14-inch trout right there. A little better than the first one for sure. There he goes. He's sitting right there, and now he's swimming off. Perfect. That's a little more along the size that I've been looking for. Maybe we can get some redfish, hopefully, or some bigger trout, but it feels good to finally start catching some fish, man. It's been, I don't know, I mean, yesterday was just the afternoon session, and that was more just trying to figure out what was going on and trying to find some places to fish. And this little path right here seems pretty good, and it's close to where we're staying, so it's easy to get to and easy to fish. And so this could be fun. As long as fish are here, this is going to be a great spot. And finally ran through 40 different baits trying to figure out what they want. It's just a little chartreuse and root beer fluke on a root beer jig head as well. 30-pound fluorocarbon. And we're just bouncing across the bottom. But I'm happy to finally be catching some fish here. Well, I just broke off. I got stuck on a rock and broke off my leader and my last jig head I have with me. So we may be done with our morning fishing session. Alright, we are going to close out this video, you know, fishing from yesterday afternoon, the travel vlog of yesterday afternoon, and a little bit of fishing we did. Well, we did a lot of fishing. We didn't catch much, and then fishing this morning and finally connecting with a few trout, which is fun, and one tiny dinky one, and then one just average sized trout. I would say just like a 13-14 inch trout. It's a pretty typical sized trout, it seems to be. But starting to figure something out here, but we need to go resupply and tackle, but we're going to do that in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different for you, but I want to start incorporating more of traveling and a little bit of my life. I know typically, because what I've always done is just like, bang, here we are, we're on a boat, we're fishing, this is where we're at, and never really talk about like what I'm doing, traveling, and all that kind of stuff. And I want to start including that because I feel like it's an important part of what I do. So, hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of travel vlog, and not every video is going to be like this, you know what I mean? Just when I'm doing new things this summer where I'm going to be able to travel and fish a lot more, it's going to be like, alright, here's a travel day, and then here's straight fishing days. And there won't always even be travel days when I'm back in my home waters or if I'm just driving 30 minutes, an hour away. But when I'm going to new places, I think it's cool to include the traveling part, because that's a very big part of what's going on and what it's like doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. And so I feel like it's a cool thing to include. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little different, but I'm excited to be up here. Got a few more days to maybe catch a redfish, caught some trout. I would like to catch a flounder maybe as well while we're up here. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you very much. Until next time.